Hey everyone, so this is a quick little update about where I've been and why I haven't posted since April of last year, which is definitely not my intention, but I'm also going to do a little flip through of my Mandala Sketchbook. It's not fully complete, it's about maybe 2/3, but figured there's enough content in here that you might want to see what I've made so far. And if you're new around here, my name is Jen and I am the founder and maker of Craftic, and it is a DIY platform for finding projects that you can make with the things you already have. So without further ado, these are some sketches I made in another sketchbook, but I didn't like the sketchbook anymore because it was like a weird format. So I pulled the pages and put them in here. So now they just kind of live here in the front, but I'll put them to the side. So this sketchbook starts with a blank page because I don't like working on that. So this is the first page. So I'm just gonna flip through and just kind of talk through this. So a lot of these are made with coloring pencils. I think there's like Prismacolor pencils. There's definitely, I think these are just like black Sharpies. I've used like Tombow markers, the brush pens, and the twin tones. I've used just like regular, I think this is actually like a teal pen that I have. And this is definitely like a red, I think this is like a red gel pen that I just like using. So yeah, I mean, I experiment more with the shapes and sizes, sort of like scale, and sometimes I'll add something like silver pen. Yeah, so they kind of vary depending on my mood. Sometimes I'll see, like I think this is actually a set of fine liners that my friend had, and I just wanted to use one of every single color in her pack. So that was the result of that. Some of them are a little bit more themed, I guess, like it's like trying to go monochrome because I tend to pick 3 or 4 colors per drawing, but sometimes I try to challenge myself to do just shades of a color or just one color. So you'll see that throughout this, that I'll try to use either one color or maybe I'll use like all the colors. And I try to change like different styles, kind of experimenting with things, seeing like how lines connect. Trying to use unlikely palettes, things that I don't necessarily gravitate towards, like green and orange, probably not my most common combination, but yeah, and then this is like a gold pen that was actually on its last legs, and I just kind of wanted to use it up in some weird way, but it was very splotchy and very messy. So I guess, right, so about my little break since April, I guess I just wanted to say nothing crazy had happened. It's more like I think I got burned out on making videos. I was planning on making a video every week, which was definitely a hard thing to pull off. I was trying to do a lot of things. So like, if you don't know, I am a software developer. So I am actually building the Craftic website as well as, you know, creating the content. So all the Instagram photos, which means all the craft projects that you see, all the captions you see written, all the newsletters you see in your inbox, that's all made by me. And on top of that, working on the actual website, and I was actually applying for jobs, so I was interviewing, which is a whole job in itself, and studying for interviews, which is a whole other job. There just wasn't a whole lot of time for everything, so something had to give, and I guess YouTube videos were the prime thing because it's not where I usually hang out. I'm more of like an Instagram person. I mean, taking photos and editing photos is so much easier and quicker than making a whole video and editing a video. I mean, if you've ever made a video, you'll know that it takes a few hours to edit. So unless it's a chatty one like this one should be pretty quick. I just kind of wanted to make a quick little video for you guys just so that you know I'm still alive, I'm still here. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been posting a lot, so you wouldn't have missed me too long. Oh, this one was really fun. This is like this glitter glue. It's from Uli, and it's kind of fun. I don't know what it's really meant for. I mean, it's definitely meant for like paper. So I thought it'd be fun to just draw like a very simple black mandala and then just like glue the whole thing. But it makes it very crinkly and warped, which is fine. And then this was just me playing around with more markers. And this was a little experiment where I had a bunch of these dot stickers. I generally use dot stickers in my planner, but I don't like darker colors in my planner generally, and I find them harder to read. Like if you put a check mark on this, it's harder to see. So anyway, so I had a bunch of these leftover ones, so I figured I'm gonna make a mandala out of them. So it's kind of an experiment. It's not my favorite color palette, and it's not my favorite mandala from the book, but it was a fun thing to make, and I wanted to make another one, probably with more variations and more colors that I like. And this is the last one that I made. This was actually using the Tombow celebration pack that just came out last week. I'm an ambassador for them, so I have access to their newest products. So yeah, and then that's it. That's the whole sketchbook. But this sketchbook has lasted for several years. The idea was at one point that I wanted to make one of these a week, but that did not happen. Just so you know, this is like that super terrible watercolor in the pan that's made for like kids. I think this is like a $6 palette from Michael's, but I thought it would be fun to try it out on this paper, but it's definitely a coated paper, so it doesn't quite absorb as much, but I thought it was a fun experiment. A lot of these are not meant to be like finished pieces, or just sort of like scribbles and kind of trying things out. I mean, that's kind of, I don't take this very seriously. Like this is more of like for me, just to like have fun, and I'll put on a podcast or some music, and I'll just, oh no, I think that powder just came off. Oh God. I'll have to clean the table later. Anyway, so yeah, I'll put on a podcast or some music, and I kind of just tune out to these things. Like I love just drawing and getting into all the little details, especially like the super detailed ones like these. Like I feel like I probably spent like 2 hours on this, or close to that, I don't know, or like these, or I just like get really, really into like just adding all the little dots, and it just gets you to like this really meditative mode, which is great when you're really stressed out and when you just kind of need something to relax and take your mind off of things for a little bit, and then just kind of come back to center. I think this is one of my favorites. As you can tell, I love really colorful things, and I like using a lot of different colors, this is kind of what I gravitate towards, which is why doing things that are more like black and gold are kind of a challenge for me, even though I think that's like the more standard. Like this is one of my ultimate favorites. Anyway, that's basically the update. I do want to create more videos for you guys in the next few weeks. I will be updating lots of fun stuff. It's a little late for reviews on 2020 planners, but I figure it's never really too late, because these planners still exist and you can always see how I work, and maybe you'll get something from it. So just be on the lookout for that, and I will see you very soon in the next video. All right, bye.